Yo. Ah, jeez.
I think I'm gonna call this YouTuber Lessons.
Right, so there's gonna be glare in my glasses because there's just gonna be glare in my glasses. Anyways, I am making this video to, I don't know, kind of talk about something since, never mind. Anyways, so this video is about business, I guess. For those of you that know me somewhat, you may know that I want to own my own business someday. And being the age that I am, I'm starting to see how other people near my age are doing similar things. And I'm seeing how negatively it's getting done. I haven't seen any positive things actually, if I'm being honest. I only have 2 examples, so out of those 2, none of them were positive. Don't come for me, I haven't done research, alright? I'm gonna say that right now. I haven't done like in-depth research. But I was watching a YouTube video by a YouTuber who goes by the name of Petty Page. If you know her, then you might know what video I'm talking about, where she was explaining the whole Emma Chamberlain Lowkey situation with her fashion line, and how she was similar to Tanamoja and her Tanacon, and I forgot the other lady's name because I don't really watch her, but I do watch Tana, and I now know who Emma is. So one of the things that I wanted to say is, when you're tagging your name to something and putting your image and your identity out and attaching it to something, you should be at least 99% sure or aware of anything that's associated with it. Sorry, got a notification. Like Tana with TanaCon, how all this stuff happened and she wasn't aware of what was happening. Now, let's be honest, I know she had a new video out where she was explaining all the information about TanaCon. I didn't see it, and I don't know what happened to it. If it's still up, I haven't found it. And so yeah, this is like semi-old news. Yeah, so, but how her name was tacked on at TanaCon, and so many people had a horrible experience there. I didn't go, okay, don't come for me. I did not go, so I wasn't there. I didn't experience it. Just putting that out there. And how she didn't know about some of the stuff that was going on. Even though there are clips of her asking questions and trying to figure things out, it didn't work. Okay. Also, Emma Chamberlain. This one I've got some opinions on. Okay, so it's a little biased. Okay, so Emma Chamberlain is this YouTuber who decided to come out with her own fashion line. I use quotations because and once again, this is my opinion and mixed in with some facts. So she called it Lowkey. I'm looking down because I have my notes. She called it Lowkey by Emma Chamberlain. You see there? She tacked on her name to it. And this is where there's a whole controversy about her blurring out the photos and expecting people to buy them. They did sell, from what I know. They're sold out. I don't know if they still are, but they were sold out. And I guess that just, like, to me, that's an example of using your popularity in a negative way. You know, because, like, blurred out photos, only one size. Not only is it only one size, and not only were there blurred out photos, they were also very pricey for simple, basic pieces, I think. I didn't buy them, obviously, so I don't really know what they're made of, or the texture, or the sizing, or whatever. And there are no refunds. You can't take it back. If you don't like it, psh, you're out of money. You can't return it, which I know a lot of stuff is not returnable, such as some makeup brands. If they're indie, they won't take refunds or something like that, which makes sense. I mean, yeah, it's makeup. Clothes, especially when you're buying online. There was this one YouTuber I had saw her video where she buys a bunch of things. Well, she bought a bunch of things, and then she returns them if she doesn't like them, or they don't fit right, which, duh. It's like the store. They have fitting rooms for a reason. So you can see if you like it. Anyways, getting a little bit off track. And she's still young. I don't even think she's 18 yet. And a lot of people are upset. A lot of her fans are upset on how ridiculous the whole thing was. Also, the scrunchies, which I know a lot of people are talking about, they were from the photos. Basic scrunchies for $25. $25. That's really expensive for no reason. And her reasoning behind it was because they're all hand sewn. Like everything in her store, I think, don't quote me, is hand sewn. Which, okay, that explains pricing. That really does explain pricing. However, why would you do that? Why would you do that to someone where you tell them that they have to hand sew all of this stuff? That's like nearly, in my opinion, torture, having to hand sew something. Hand sewing is so difficult, and that's why it's so pricey when something's hand sewn, like literally needle and threadly sewn. I know how to hand sew, so I know how much time and focus it takes to hand sew something. So why would you do that to somebody? That's a question. That's a general question. I'm not being bitter or salty or whatever. That's a general question I have on why would you do that to someone? I mean, I also have a sewing machine, so I know how to machine sew, and that would have been so much quicker. I could do it in like 5 minutes flat. So that's my question on why they're not. I guess I get it if you want it to be like handmade and they're sewn with a machine, and maybe a little bit sewn with the hand if there's something that they can't really sew with a machine. But why would you have them hand sew? At least that's what I'm understanding, is that they were hand sewn. Well, like with needle and thread, literally sitting there just sewing it together. Why would you do that to someone? I'm genuinely curious. I know I sound kind of bitter and whatever, or like, there's a word for it, I can't remember. But why would you do that to somebody? That's my question. If you have an answer, gee, let me know. Maybe in the least bit hately way? Let me know. But yeah, I just wanted to say that not all of us, not of us young entrepreneurs, I guess, are like this. Just because we're young doesn't mean we don't know what we're doing. That's all I wanted to say. Oh wait, no. Also, back to the know at least or be aware of 99% of anything that your name is tacked onto. Another thing is that Emma isn't happy with the prices. She didn't choose the prices from what I understand, and she didn't even know about them until they were launched already. Which is a little sketchy to me. Maybe not in the sense that she's like lying about it, because I mean that's a possibility, but in the sense that she wasn't aware of the pricing of the things that her name is attached to until it launched. Whoever is your representative or helping you with this is kind of not doing their job in the sense that they're not going to let you know pricing and quality, you know, like stuff like that's something you're supposed to know before it's launched, before it's released to the public. That's something you need to know. Pricing and quality. At least those are the two main things that I would need to know. Yeah. So that's a little, I'm confused on that, like, why? Why? I ask why a lot. But anyways, so, oh no, and then I found out something the other day too, is that a t-shirt from Ariana Grande, if you don't know who she is, probably not into pop music, but she's a pop singer, she wasn't happy with a t-shirt, or a lot of people weren't happy with a t-shirt in her merch, and so she's getting it fixed, so she said. I know she's not really in, like, younger, like, around the age of 18, but she realized, and she didn't know about the t-shirt because she doesn't wear t-shirts, so I'm assuming that she didn't, like, test it out because she doesn't wear t-shirts, you know? So, but she's getting it fixed, you know what I mean? Like, it's something that she figured out, or she found out about the problem, and she's fixing it. Which is something I think every person who goes into business should be aware of, is that there's a problem, you fix it. If you can't fix it, then you figure out some way to amend it. Which I know she has she has much more money than regular YouTubers, I believe. Anyways, I'm not aware, but she's getting it fixed, and that's just something I wanted to throw in here for your own thoughts, and so you can see where I'm coming from a little bit. That all of us who are trying to make a business, or you'd rather be selling t-shirts, selling your merchandise as a YouTuber, trying to make a convention, anything else I can think of, selling makeup, wanting to, I don't know, something else, is to at least know, if your name is attached to it, if you go by an alias or you're working for someone else, then fine, I guess you can mess up however you like. But if your name's attached to it, be aware of everything that's around it, except for the outside forces, like how the public's gonna view it, such as, like, they don't like whatever you're selling. Doesn't matter, entirely. But yeah, that's probably the longest video I've made so far, but thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Rest well and stay frosty.